Today, congressional leaders, including Marilyn Strickland of Washington, say we need to do more about bigotry and hate crimes directed at Asian people.
Q13's Hana Kim spoke to one local woman who says more people really need to speak up.
I've lived in Shoreline all my life. It's a beautiful, beautiful community. It's the water that I'm attracted to.
That's why Cheryl Lee walks this path every day with her mom.
On our daily walks with my mom, we were walking this road, and there was a white sedan.
That's when Cheryl says she makes eye contact with a stranger behind the wheel.
And he was, driving the other direction and was giving me the middle finger and that look.
Cheryl says they were never in the way of the car.
The only thing that I was doing is my mom and we were walking on this side. I mean, many feet away from the street.
This local attorney says it was unprovoked hate, and she feels it was racially motivated.
I wasn't shoved or beaten, but I think emotionally, I think it's been incredibly impactful.
Whenever there's a crisis in America, there is a history of wanting to blame people.
Representative Marilyn Strickland called incidents like that psychological violence during a meeting today held by the Congressional Asian Pacific American Caucus.
There's the psychological violence of the bigotry. It is a friend of mine who works in a nursing home who's told by a patient that he doesn't want her to touch him. It is someone standing in line at a grocery store who has people step away from them and has them call names. It's people being told to go back to where they came from.
Sometimes the verbal attacks turn physical. Since the pandemic, the caucus says there have been more than 3,000 reports showing anti-Asian discrimination.
I think it is underreported.
Leaders like Strickland are now asking for DOJ grants so that local and state agencies are better equipped to receive reports and investigate them.
I think more and more people need to speak up. I think we also need to make sure that people feel comfortable speaking up. Every time my mother goes out, now I'm worried. When she goes out for a walk, I'm worried something may happen to her.
Cheryl is sad she feels this way, showing that an act doesn't have to be physical to have consequences.
The memory's still vivid. It's still, I'm still very angry.
In Shoreline, Hana Kim, Q13 News.
King County prosecutors say they filed 56 hate crime cases in 2020 compared to 39 in 2019. Also, the King County Sheriff's Office says even if a case does not include physical violence, they want to hear from people if they feel they were ever targeted because of their race.